Peace, guys. Thought we'd come in peace since we ain't been in a while. Uh, we get to do Jimmy Barnes today and meet Diesel finally, other than the Tina Turner, Simply the Best, OGL.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Barnes, Tina Turner duet on the Simply the Best, where we first saw Diesel. We've been wanting to react to some more of his stuff, and we've been aching to listen to some more Jimmy Barnes. So, perfect storm here for this song. Be perfectly honest with you guys, I have no context, have no idea, nothing, no knowledge of the song. I know it's Jimmy and I know it's Diesel, so that means it's probably going to kick ass. But hey, in the comments, if there's anything special we need to know about the song, let us know. Because right now we're just going to listen to some kick ass Australian music.
Well, I was going through older videos, and I just came across four in a row. I think one's with maybe Jimmy's son
Okay.
and Diesel, and the another three working class man's one, and so yeah, we're gonna do them all. This is the first one. Couldn't figure out which one to pick, so I was looking at him. I told him to pick 1 through 4. What the hell did you pick 3?
I picked one. I just went with the easiest
Oh yeah,
option possible. But I remember you guys warning us that when we started the John Farnham reactions, like this is a pretty deep rabbit hole. It's going to branch.
it
Yeah, we
is.
got this. And then we hit Jimmy. It's like, hey, Jimmy's a rabbit hole all to himself. And Jimmy is a very unique breed of rabbit. And listen, discovering John was great. Still enjoy listening to his work. He's an amazing talent. Jimmy Barnes to me has been the surprise of this journey. He's an amazing performer in a completely different way. He's the wild man to John's distinguished gentleman. So I've really been I've missed reacting to Jimmy. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been too long. I want to hear him perform again.
I would say that yes, they probably had a few dinners together, shared a few laughs. Stage performance amazing, but I wouldn't think Jimmy and John hang out or ever have.
No,
You know, uh,
probably not.
could be wrong, but that's just an assumption. But uh, Jimmy was totally late, man, for that damn when the war is over. That was pretty bad. Everybody like standing around like John was getting the crowd to sing. John did a good job covering his ass at night. Oh, Jimmy must have a few rails left in the bathroom. All right, so Jimmy and Diesel, Since I Fell for You, live, my first gig. What? Hold
Yeah,
on,
so
I'm looking
again,
that up. That's crazy. What does that
yeah, I
mean?
was just say, guys, let us know in the comments what exactly this means. Is this Diesel's first gig with Jimmy? Is this first gig period?
Hold on, I'm hitting pause, y'all.
All right, we pause now for research.
All right, we're back. So it seems this is a Johnny Diesel and the Injectors song originally. I don't know because there's shit popping all over the screen everywhere.
Oh God, Papa.
Johnny, I mean, get out there. Johnny Diesel and the Injectors were a rock band active in the late '80s and early in the late and early '80s. Okay, I would have said the opposite. They had a very successful album, self-titled Johnny Diesel and the Injectors, in '89. All tracks were written by Arrow. Take me to the next pop-up world. Johnny Diesel and the Injectors. Well, damn it. Start me all over again. Okay. Oh, where was that? Were written by Johnny Diesel, who is better known simply as Diesel. The album went to the win at the Ari, how do you say it? Aria
Oh
in
yeah,
1990 for best selling album of the year. The band also won the Aria for best new talent in '89. The band consisted of Johnny on guitar and vocalist, Barney Bremen, saxes and backing vocals, Yak Sharit on drums, Johnny Tat Dazelle on bass. Many hit songs such as Don't Need Love, Looking for Love, that's a hell of a damn play on words, Crying Shame, Trace Country Band, Soul Reviver, just a joke, y'all. As a current barbecue sandwich just popped in my damn way, man. Anyway, they were a rock band. They were good.
Well, I have research, ladies and gentlemen. So I think you'll get on
Y'all,
this reaction
y'all
channel. You
know
won't get
what
anywhere
pump
else.
ups is? They suck bad, and it made me hungry. So it worked. Damn subliminal ass shit. See that word, man? It can be anything. It can be food. It can be women. It can be your grandma. It can be anything. Tell me something it can't be.
I got nothing.
That's some shit in it. All right, let's get to it. Find me something shit can't be used for. Word wise, replace Taz. The shit in an aspirin bottle. Let's play this shit in video right now. Hit that shit. Jimmy Barnes and Diesel. It's Johnny Diesel though, right?
Jimmy Barnes, Johnny Diesel, I believe so,
Yeah,
yes.
gotcha.
I was just like, wow, gobsmacked at first, the beauty of Sydney and that whole harbour and the whole thing. And I just felt like, wow, I've been transported to somewhere on the Riviera or something. It was like science fiction for me. It was like, we're going to do a gig here tonight. And then who turns up? In excess, Midnight Oil. I think you were at that first gig, or if not the first one, the second one.
The second one, Jane went the first one.
So it was like, we only had 20 people, but it was like pretty much, I think it was said in one of the street magazines that if a bomb went off in the Middle Harbour, pretty much most of the, Australian music industry would have been taken out that night. So
yeah. But it's funny you said, because I remember when Cold Chisel first drove into Sydney and driving up Parramatta Road in towards the city, it was like suddenly, it's like being in New York.
It's like, it is.
So, we come from these country
Well,
towns.
Sydney's an amazing place for a band, that just arriving like that, for anyone just arriving, because it's so higgly-piggly, you can't get a grip on where it goes, where it ends, coming from Perth and before that, all places that were flat, Sydney just was really, really hard to get your head around.
So what was an early Injectors gig like? What was the sort of the feel?
Rough.
Rough, yeah?
Yeah. A little bit rough. Well, like I said before, we didn't used to rehearse a lot, so we'd kind of work things out on stage to a large degree. We get the idea of maybe doing a song, or I'd throw it at them, that on the day, and we just sort of have a go at it that night. And I'd probably said more that if I was be lucky to say maybe one word all night at that on those days, pretty much stared at the pedals and maybe the microphone if I could get my eyes to that. But yeah, pretty shy, but
it's tough.
Sort of lost in the music. It is when you're not sort of brought up into that mold. I think if you start out as a singer with a microphone and you're kind of forced to like connect with the audience, but being that I'd always had the guitar and to hide behind, it was like, yeah, well, I can do the singing and the guitar playing thing, but that whole frontman thing, that's another thing for someone else.
You've talked about the early influences. You've talked about ripping off songs from your dad's record collection.
Jimmy Smith, Hoochie Coochie Man, Since I Fell, which came from a Jimmy Witherspoon record.
Right. One of those songs, Since I Fell for You, actually made it onto the first album, which is a testament to a great song, really.
Yeah, well, I haven't actually listened to it that much since the recording, apart from the recording, I've never listened to any of my records that much. Just listening to it then out in your kitchen, it was like, it's actually, it sort of traveled pretty well.
Well, it's a great song.
Yeah, it is a great song, and I think the producer, just said, oh, this has got to go on there because it's, you guys do it. And I think there's been so many schmaltz.
It's really clear I'm talking like that.
Yeah, it's nice to see the camaraderie there. This does explain the live my first gig. So basically, it's a sort of a short interview, I guess, discussing Diesel's first musical experiences.
Yeah, they give us context.
It was, yeah. I like how he mentioned that being a singer and being a frontman are different. That goes back to what we were talking about being a singer and being a performer, being separate skill sets. Jimmy's talking voice, completely not what I expected.
No, I agree.
I expected it to be a bit deeper, maybe a bit rougher. He's got a fairly prominent accent, I would think, but it's kind of gentle, actually, almost fatherly, which is an interesting contrast to his, at least what we've seen from his singing, which is very uncaged.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, look at Mike Tyson. I mean,
I don't mean to laugh. It's fairly obvious why he got into fighting.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I mean, but you would think the baddest man ever, and he really was. I mean, there wasn't nobody to touch him.
And even now, he's pretty scary looking. He's big dude, intense stare. Is just but then you hear that voice. It's like, wait, the audio and the visual don't match up.
Yeah, I love this. I just wanted to appreciate them giving us some context.
What's up, brother?
Wow, man. That was crazy.
What's up?
Well, I was setting it up, and I was going to tell you something about just either saying a few words to the people in the Jimmy Barnes video. I've got it up to exactly where it starts messing up, and I'm to that point here. I was going to go ahead and hit record and have it pause it. The second I hit record, and 3, 2, you popped in.
Oh, wow.
I'm not saying we'll keep this. I'm just saying. Hold on.
Right.
Yeah, let's pause it. All right, guys. So as you can see, this is really real. OGL had put out a video while I've been in my 4-day slumber for lots of different reasons. None that I'm too good to share. I've shared them all at different times. So he made a really cool video, behind the scenes video that I appreciate a lot. Thank you, OGL. That was awesome.
You're very welcome, sir.
In that video, he discusses how he's usually getting off work when we start these reactions. Well, today I hit him up and told him, man, I'm okay. Because like I said, I've been kind of out of commission without saying a whole lot of anything for 4 days. And I want to let him know I was all right. And I knew it was about time he sleeps. I said, if you want to, get up a little early and we'll talk a little bit. So we haven't said anything since that message at like 6 o'clock. That was him just popping in just now, fresh, dead, not knowing anything was going on. So this video, I had went down here to this little button that I don't even really want to hit again. I had actually hit that. See that clock up there? Yeah. I had actually accidentally hit that during the recording of this video. And then after this video, we recorded, refresh my mind, OGL, with your fresh mind, the duet where they're like acting and, oh man, Farnham and Anthony.
Granada.
Yeah.
Granada.
Yeah. So that's why that audio is so messed up. And the reason why I could halfway fix it and not this is because half of this recording was done right. Half of it wasn't. So there was nothing I could do. And I'm thinking it's something my dumb butt done in the editing, but really it's something my dumb butt did here. So it wasn't helping. Anyway, my butt's not dumb now, as dumb, or it's learned its lesson, whatever. Basically, we went through the context. As I say, we've already done this once. So we've already reacted to this. I haven't, and I'll put it out there if you guys want it. The words are way different. It's like watching Bruce Lee, Godzilla movies, but that way, so I don't get no rate.
You need to add the subtitles to it to make it perfect.
Yeah. So this is it's a dual reaction, I guess. We're up to the part where we've already talked about his guitar and the tone of it being like Jimi Hendrix, and he's just finished with his. I wouldn't have stopped this early. I didn't know he was almost done, but I think he says a few more seconds, then we go to the song. So, intro's done. All right, guys. Thank you. Love you, Aussies. Aussie Army.
Love you out.
Yeah, it is a great song, and I think that's why Terry Manning, producer, just said, oh, this has got to go on there because it's, you guys do it. And I think there's been so many schmaltzy versions of it with lots of production and strings and very grandioso. And our version was ultimately opposite of that.
Do you think it was stripped back then? This is as most stripped back as ever been, and you're stuck with me singing with you, all right?
Oh.
Give it a go.
Made men leave my happy home. Took my love and now you're gone. Since I fell for you. And pain. I guess I'll never be the same. since I fell for you. It's too bad, it's too sad. I'm in love with you. Yeah, 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 yeah. First you love me, took my money and saw me. What else can I do? Hell, I'm still in love with you. I guess I never see the light. I get the blues every night. Oh, baby, since I fell for you.
I'm sorry, I couldn't stop it, man. I just let it go on the whole time. So, oh man, that damn news popped up again. I hate that damn thing, OGL. Goes along with your video earlier. So I remember us talking about, because I just watched this like 3 times trying to figure out where it went really wrong. And I know we talk about in this when we stopped to hear the tone of the guitar. I'm trying to figure out what kind of guitar it is, and then I bring up the hints. We bring up his speaking voice being nothing like I think we already have in the video. I tell you what, hell with trying to remember what I did and didn't say, because that's why you don't do dual reactions. That's why I can't do a fake reaction. So I will say now that Joe is, I know his character isn't quite as rough and tough as what we had envisioned, but his voice is amazingly beautiful. And I do thank my lucky stars were doing a re-reaction because to this particular part, because I think I might have rubbed Joe Bonamassa in the dirt a little too much. I had said that this is the difference between a great guitar player and a good guitar player, and compared Diesel here to Joe Bonamassa. And maybe I shouldn't have done that, but this is an elite guitar player. Joe Bonamassa is a very good guitar player. That's the biggest difference.
There are levels to this. I definitely think that Diesel here is a couple levels above. I think we assume that a guy named Diesel is going to be tough largely. Like, I can't speak for anybody, but I hear the name Diesel, I immediately think the pro wrestler Kevin Nash. So this is not him, but yeah, he's really talented on both vocals and guitar. Like, he did that really high gritty belt that was just so emotionally charged, and then like he immediately followed that with this cool run on his guitar, and nothing felt showboaty or anything like that. It was all in service to the music. It sounded amazing. I am still amazed how gracefully Jimmy Barnes has aged. You don't see the guy ambling off into the audience in Wild Thing, for instance, and think, yeah, that guy's gonna age well. You think, time's got to drop kick him pretty hard, but no, Jimmy got himself together. He's aged exceptionally well, much more control now, I think, over his voice than he had back then, but still has all of that soul. You can still see that, Wild Man's a bit there. Like he did like an ooh vowel where he almost wooed himself off of his stool. So it's, Jimmy's whether it's the young wild man or the kinder, gentler, older, wiser Jimmy Barnes we're getting here, always entertaining to watch.
Yeah, I've sort of had the blues the last couple of days, and when he hit that line, oh man, it just really resonated and showed me how beautiful music is. So I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. Jimmy's voice wasn't as puffy as we thought, where Diesel's look wasn't. So how do we put that? Jimmy's voice is what Diesel's look was supposed to be. Wait a minute. I may be saying that wrong. We're really surprised in both ways,
Yes.
what we thought Jimmy's voice was going to sound like and Diesel's look is the opposite of each other.
Right.
I might not be right about that either. Hell, I don't know. But I saw the comparison there.
And to be honest, we have no idea what Diesel looked like in his youth. He may well have been the rough and tumble fellow, and trust me, guys, we will check out some Johnny Diesel and the Injectors at some point here.
Yeah, especially hearing his voice. Oh my God.
Yes.
Why did he not sing more? Why didn't he sing with Jimmy and them? I mean,
True.
damn, you got the same voice, bro. I mean, hate on me all y'all want. That man right there could sing. It's the only time I've heard him. So, you know, all right, let's get back to it.
Let's keep going.
All right.
What else can I do? 'Cause I'm so in love with you. Oh,
That was your whammy bar.
Yep.
The harmonies between, oh man, that damn weather thing. The harmonies between these two is amazing. For this to be the first time they've actually sang together. Is that not what they said earlier? I know he was talking about the
I
first
think
gig,
so.
but well,
But just for something so intimate, with
first
just
time
two
they
guys
sang
sitting
this
on
together.
stools.
I may be
Yeah.
out of context. I don't think they said they had never sang together, but definitely this was a oh man, what's the name of it? Seekers? No, not Seekers. It's Judith.
Injectors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Jimmy's ever sang this with them or whatever. So, yeah,
Right.
man, that boy can sing, and Jimmy's just got soul for days. I mean,
Yeah.
which I understand he turned out to be a loving, devoted, faithful husband for like 44 years, if I'm not. I think that's what I was told. And
Yeah.
I don't
it
know
was several
that. I haven't
decades.
researched it, but hey, props to the man that turned his life around. Who was, let's face it, man, he was like a hoe on the radio. I mean, his songs. I mean, I loved him for that's part of what he made him look cool to me. But not saying you should be that way. just being honest.
Yeah, the allure of that rock star life, it's there.
Yeah,
And it's good for him for getting himself together, though.
him,
Always cool to see two musicians of this caliber just sort of sitting in a room. I would say it's not acoustic. His guitar has amplification, but it's so intimate. There's nothing to hide behind. No big wall of distortion or production or anything like that. It's so you can hear everything they do, everything they say, and both guys are amazing. Diesel's guitar solo in particular there. It's the use of finger picking and palm muting and stuff like that. It was creative. It was.
I took the stink face off my face and threw it away. If they look at that, that's what I was doing, taking my stink face off.
Yeah, that was amazing. There was definitely some Hendrix in that. Also a bit of Jeff Beck in there as well. So he's clearly spent some time listening to the greats. So I'm trying to remember what I was. What is? Yeah, I love the fact that how much Jimmy's getting into the song, even like he's reading it off of a sheet of paper, and he's got so much soul. He's just into the music so much. So it's good to see.
And the harmonizing is just like they've done it a million times, which I know they play together a lot.
Feels very natural.
So I guess that's still feeling natural. Yeah. I think
And some musicians just kind of sync with each other like that naturally.
Yeah, you're exactly right. A lot that don't even know it. I can't think of two examples right offhand, but some people just end up singing together a lot. So,
Yeah.
Allman Brothers and Hank Williams Jr. is a great example. They sang
There we
together
go,
a
yeah.
lot. All right, so let's get back to it. I think I rewound it to the solo. I know he's got to go to work, so we're gonna finish it out.
Oh, baby, since I fell for you, oh, baby. I said it's too bad. It's too sad. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Well, first you say you love me. Take my money, then you snub me. But what else can I do? 'Cause I'm so in love with you. Oh, guess I'll never see the light. No. Get the blues most every night. Oh, baby, since I fell for you. Since I fell for you.
Jimmy laughing. That was good, bro. I laughed too. Hell yeah. That was really, really good. Let me stop whatever else would come on there. I don't think nothing's going on. Nobody's a guy on fire there. I didn't do that. Speaking of throwing each other in the fire, real quick, on Tuesdays, we always do a turnaround Tuesday. I'm reacting to a band Nightwish, who is a big favorite of OGL's, and I guess you all have heard who Tool is, at least by my damn big mouth. He is going to go through the whole Tool discography, so as an 80s hair band lover. So, hey.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And Aussie Army, we love you guys. We have plenty more coming. I've got 3 in a row with just Jimmy and Diesel here, other songs. I've got another Jimmy singing with Mahalo. A couple farmy secrets behind the shelf or whatever. I couldn't think of nothing to say it right. And sorry we've been gone. Well, we haven't been gone. OGL's been putting out material. Sorry I've been gone. Thank you.
It happens, brother.
Thank you for doing this as soon as you open your eyes, brother.
It's my pleasure. I always love listening to Jimmy sing. And this, as far as Johnny Diesel goes, listen, singing is hard to do. It is very difficult. A lot of things you have to be cognizant of, a lot of stuff going on in the anatomy of the throat. Playing guitar is not easy to do. Doing them both at the same time at that level, damn, that is so impressive.
It is.
And it'll be interesting to hear the original version of the song with Johnny and the Injectors. But yeah, I love this stripped down, sort of bluesy take on the song. And yeah, both guys are awesome. You could tell they were having fun singing with each other. Yeah, I said the Aussie Rabbit Hole has not disappointed us yet. So can't wait to do some more.
And if you didn't know anything about anybody, and you just knew the basics of music, you knew that these are 2 legends playing together. You don't have to be told. It's very easy to see with layman eyes. You could see that.
Yeah, so much experience between the 2 of them. And the stories they could tell, I'm sure.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
That's an old saying of mine. Has lots of context. So thank you, Aussie Army. This is rather short, probably, maybe not. Anyway, for us, this is rather short. I ain't throwing nobody under the bus. Or on it, but we didn't want this to not get out. We didn't want a fake reaction, so it's a double
It
reaction.
was a really good song. We definitely want to salvage some kind of reaction from it. It's too good for to end up in the on the cutting room.
It was really bad, though. I mean, us and them. It was terrible. It was hard to watch. The audio was
Legendary
great,
tech issues continue.
as you put out a tech video.
Oh yes, it's very ironic.
Hey, roll with the punches or baby, whatever that song says.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Much love. Peace out.
See you guys on the next one.
Mental health
Thanks
is
for hanging
real.
around with us. Indeed.
I'm touching right. If y'all are seeing me, I was touching that one.
You were touching what?
He can't see what I'm doing. He can, but it's a different camera. It's hard to explain. Tech. Confusing me. Bye. Peace.